Here's my original BMW Panniers that I will show how I wrapped in black because it looks much better and it protects against salt stains that really ruins the panniers. To wrap them I'm using a folio that I bought. It's matte black and it has air hole pipes in the glue, so all the air is easily pushed out. So I start off with my first box. The top lid, I'm cutting it out. There are straight lines that are just to follow, so I take the sharp surgical knife and just cut them out. Not that hard at all. Roll up and take away the things I don't need, and rip off the protection on the back of it, the paper thing, so I get the gluey side, and then it's just to put it on the Pioneer lid and start working it. So then when I have a bit of it gluey, I put it onto the pannier, making sure that I have enough on each side so I don't get any shiny gaps that will look really ugly, and you can probably see that from far away. So it's important to make it right, and when you have stuck it on, it's just to take the rubber tool and start to push it on. It's actually very easy. This folio makes it a lot easier than with normal folio. And on this one you can see that I'm using a little tool that is actually used for corner in bathrooms. When you do them, I'm using my Sharpie knife to cut the corners. When you do the corner cut, it's very easy then to kind of work it in very close to the sharp edges. I also use a credit card. I call it my credit card trick. So I put that on the lid and then I just let the sharp surgical knife slide on top of that. That gives me a perfect little amount of film going up on the sides. And this is how it looks when it's all done. It's pretty easy, a little hard under these hatches that you have for putting things on top of the lid, but it's easy to sheet in this one, so you won't see where I sheeted anyway. And on top of the box looks good, I think, and it's time to do the box as well. Doing the box, I need to have measure the box to make sure that I get it enough. I think it was like 40 centimeters. After that I cut it out. This time I used a scissor as I'm cutting all the way over it. And this folio is over 1.5 meter in size. Then it's all about getting it, wrapping it around the pannier to see how it will look, and measuring that I'm doing it right. Check and recheck and check again. That's the motto. Then starting to putting it on, I'm making sure that I get it slightly up on each edge there, on the top edge, so I can cut out the excessive material. You can't do it exact on that side because then you're just gonna have a gap in the end. It will just fuck it up. You need to cut all sides to get it perfect. Using the credit card trick, it's actually really easy to make it very nice. Then it's just to start working it down piece by piece and cutting. I'm sorry it's such a dark film here. It was pretty late when I did this. But the technique is only to work it piece by piece. It's actually pretty easy. Tools and my sharp knife, and I cut, do a corner cut on each side and then fold down, and corner cut, fold down. And there is a few small, what are they called? Nuts maybe. Yeah, the shiny thing you see there. That you need to work a bit to get proper alignment. I ended up with deciding to take away the folio over these knits, maybe, I don't know what it's called, and because on the plastic things in the corner you see them anyway, so then see one you can see all, and it was actually my son that told me that it looked best that way. Once again, using the credit card, putting it down, using the sharp knife, and just cutting and taking away the excess. It gives you perfect, sharp, nice lines. I think you can see the lines and how it's cut on this picture pretty good. It looks good. Further on, just keep on working and wrapping and going around corner after corner to make every corner as good as possible. And I don't know, it's just a long, boring job, but the more time you spend doing it, the better the result you will get. So I would say it's worth spending the time doing it. This is a pretty fun moment when you put a lot of folio over the long side there, and it's actually, I learned that later on, that it's not, you don't need to be that you can be pretty rude to the folio, it works fine. It's just to put it down and push all the air bubbles out. I think I was a little too I was a coward, I believe, and sometimes I felt that it was easier just using my hand and fingers to push it all out, but here you can see that I'm using the rubber thing, and I mean, to get the glue to stick to the pannier, it needs proper rubbing to get it to stick. And on this long side we also have the BMW emblem that is kind of pushed into the metal, and even pulling the folio over, it will show through and it looks pretty good. And here you can see a picture of before, how it looks on the original pannier, and here you can see a picture of how it looks afterwards. And I think it's pretty okay, I believe. You see through the foam everything, so even hair will show up like a long straight line, so keep it clean. So as always, when you're working with things, the more time you spend, the more exact you are, the better the end result. All the small details is making the big thing. I got a lot of excess because I didn't cut it from the beginning, but that is just to take a scissor and cut off. It's pretty easy. I would say that the end result with all the knits, bolts or whatever it's called visible, it's the way forward. I think that looks the best. And I just have a small pieces to put in the end, and that's pretty easy to do, so I won't show that. And this is the end result. My box is finally done. Hours and hours to get it. To cut black against black, I did the tank sides with carbon fiber lookalike. I think that it's good looking. Please visit our website for more pictures and you'll see what we're up to. Over now, bye bye.